This is a Sunbeam coffee grinder, EM0450. I picked it up used and I gave it a go yesterday, and it was grinding coarse no matter what setting it was on. So it's got a dial here with all the different settings. Way around here should be espresso, and up here should be some sort of plunger and everything in between. And Turkish coffee, espresso, plunger. But it was just a really coarse grind no matter what, and I found it pretty hard to solve. Then I solved it, and I thought I'd make a video because I would have loved to have had a video when I was trying to do it. Got the phone in my hand. I don't know how that's going to work out, but it was a relatively simple thing. First of all, I cleaned it all, which made no difference. Do I have to put this down for a second? I'm just going to wait a second. How am I going to hold my phone? I'm going to lean it on myself. Is that still facing the coffee maker? Who knows? Here we go. Twisted the top off. So in here we have got this just pulls out. That is the part of the grinder. It's like a burr thing. So I cleaned that really well. Down inside there is more to that. The other part of the grinder, cleaned that as well. Still no fix. Around here on the back we've got a button we can push which unlocks this top part. So if I can do that with one hand, I turn it and then I should be able to lift this off hopefully. No. If I just put the phone down, this will be done. Let's lean it on myself again. Oh, I hope it's still pointing in the right direction. There it goes. That's off. And there is the grinder. So first of all, I found a tip on the internet to say to make sure these screws were done up tight enough. And they weren't, but I did it and it made no difference. The next thing I found was that I might need some spacers on this on the grinder mechanism. And I couldn't even figure out where they would go, on the top or on the bottom, but I assume I had to lift up this a little bit, and so that's what we did. I got three tools here, a hole punch, so I was going to make myself a washer if I needed to, my adjustable spanner, and a screwdriver. So little nut here, and basically that turns like this. I am going to put the phone down for this part. It turns like that, but that is going to, with one hand, is going to make the entire device turn. So I'm going to have to lock that from spinning. I'm going to do that by popping my screwdriver in there just to hold the mechanism still and undo that nut. I'm definitely going to have to put my phone down for that part. Just a moment. So down it goes, and turn, here we go. So there it goes there, and the trick to this is it's a backwards thread, I'm pretty sure. If I was taking a jar lid off, yeah, it's a backwards thread, probably so it doesn't come loose when it's grinding. So we've got the nut, like a star washer, this thing, and here is the burr, which I cleaned. So underneath there was two washers, and they were about 1 millimeter thick. I'm just trying to pull out this. So there they go there. Two really fine washers. So I assumed I would need more. Didn't want to buy anything else till I tried it. So I grabbed an ice cream lid. Something like a old plastic milk bottle will be fine too. So I used my punch and popped a hole through a container. I didn't even round it off on the outside. Didn't think it was necessary. That goes on there. Making sure I don't obscure this little button, little lock stud here. I actually put two on. I didn't know what I was doing. I thought I'd just try two. Two was definitely too many, so it's grinding a little bit finer than you might want it to if you still wanted to do like for percolators or anyway, grinding a little bit too fine, but I'm actually perfectly happy with it because I only want it for my espresso, so I'm just going to leave it at 2. That's it. On the bottom of there's a little, you can see that hole. That hole has to go onto this little stud, which is a little bit of a fiddle around, especially with those extra washers on probably. There it goes. So that's locked on. I'm going to put that on. I'm going to put that little starry nut thing back on. There it goes there. Do the bolt back up and put it all back together. Do that up tight. I'll have to jam the screwdriver in again to do that up tight. Oh, backwards thread. It's definitely backwards. So same thing again. To do that up tight, I'm just going to pop a screwdriver in there to hold the mechanism still. There's actually plastic down there, so got to be careful. And torque that nut up. Put it back together. Boom. You'll be grinding fine coffee. I hope that helps somebody.